Hello FIFISH user, today I'm gonna introduce to you the FIFISH Pro W6. So you can see two parts. The first part is the submersible with a heavy duty pelican case. And the second part is the tensor spool, okay? So first of all, we open the submersible case, okay? Pull out of the case and open the cover. Take out the protective cover, okay? That's the foam. And put either here and pull out the submersible itself, okay? Put it on the table, that's the submersible. And in addition, the manual is in this slot, okay? That's the manual, okay? Okay, we're gonna put it around in second place, in another place. All right. Okay. When you get the submersible, the first thing first is checking, okay? To make sure that two battery connector is opening and to take out this protective cap, okay? And put it aside in your box. And that's the battery, that's the submersible. And make sure every time when you're holding it, only holding this position, this handle, okay? That's LAD, it's a launch and a recovery handle. And when you're starting the RV or when you plug in, try to using it, make sure the positioning pin is aligned. In here, there is a positioning slot, okay? Push in. You didn't have to push all the way in. You just push in and twist the cover, then it will hold. The finger tight will be fine, and it will have the water tight, okay? Same thing here in the right side or the stubber side. Put inside or port side, okay? And twist in, twist the cover, then it fully sealed. Okay, that's how I do it. And make sure when you're using or moving the RV, do not holding, especially on the motor, a frame itself, okay? Do not holding the motor frame itself. Holding majorly, you have to on the handle, okay? Launch and recovery handle. That's how I do it. When you use, after you use the RV, if you want to pull out, okay? If you want to swap your battery, maybe you have a spare battery you order, and then you will pull out this connector first, and make sure you press this two button, okay? There are two buttons. Press the two buttons simultaneously, then pull out, okay? Then pull out of the battery, okay? Everything when you pull out of the battery, that's done. But if you have a fresh battery, it has been charged, make sure it's aligned with those slots, okay? And then to push in, put all the way in until you can hear a clip. I'll try that with demonstration one more time, okay? Push all the way in, then it's clocked, so it's been locked. And this locker here, I'm gonna demonstrate later. Make sure every time when you lock the tensor, lock the safety anchor here, all right? Okay, the second part is the tensor spool, okay? Open this case, and you can see there is a tensor. Let's pull out, okay? Tensor. All right. And the VR goggle, okay? And remote controller. All right. Basically, the rest is the charger, okay, for the submersible, two chargers, and a remote controller charger or adapter. And there is a data copy cable when you're using it after the services, after your assignment, okay? And there's one more thing, that's a toolkit. We call it spare kits, including all the spare screws, nuts, and also the O-rings. Make sure you keep it safe in the place. If you need anything, call our service center if you need the spare parts anyway, okay, later on. Okay, once you pull out the submersible tensor and the remote controller, before doing anything, please read this manual carefully. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us an email before you have connected, okay? So you may notice we have covered a little bit about safety regulation and its special notes. Make sure you read through that before you connect. And we're gonna do the demonstration here to save you a little bit more time, but make sure before connect, again, read it, this manual, okay? So you can see the remote controller. We have pull out protective foams, put it in one side, and that's the remote controller. Based on the cover package, you make before connection, you can check, see if the connected, it should be in A mode, the LED in off, okay? Then when you pull out the connector in here, it's the submersible or RV connector. That's the connection. Before you're doing anything, safety first, okay? Open the safety lock anchor, locking it, twist and lock. That's the first thing you do. Safety first, keep in mind, safety first. Next, you're gonna check, see if there are two O-rings, the interior inside the connector, okay? The first O-ring and second O-ring. And open the protective cover, okay? Over here. Checking if there is anything or no dust, okay? There is a positioning pin in here as well. Do not push, do not force the push, okay? Just try to twist it a little bit, find out what is the correct angle and push in, all right? Finger tight, all right, finger tight. Once it has been connected, make sure all the connections, all the protective cover has been twisted and fastened. That's the key, okay? And that's protective cover, you can keep in your pocket until you have it back, all right? And when you go out, have to using the RV, you're gonna have the tensor connect to the remote controller. Pull out the magic band over here. You see, this is the protective for the aux, okay? For the aux male head. All right, pull that out, plug in, okay? And if you, okay, there are two ways to secure this. The first way, using here, the magic bands over here to twist, all right. Turn around, that should be okay. Again, checking the LED should be off. We should in A mode, and press and hold. Press and hold for 3 seconds. Then we into the starting sequence or turn on the sequence. Once this has been turned on, the RV has been turned on automatically. Okay. And once it has been connected, the remote controller gonna go to static. Either the both the lock and the power button gonna stop rotating. Okay, only those two going static like these. Okay, after everything hardware has been connected, we're gonna introduce a little bit more about software. Again, download the software like recommend in the manual, either on Apple Store, the App Store, or Google Play. Okay, we recommend to use the iPad Mini 6. If you have any hardware devices compatibility, feel free to ask our support team, support@qyc.com. Okay, again, we'll have more information about the connection and how it connected to your remote controller Wi-Fi, then connected to the RV. But today, I gotta make sure you do not make the simple mistakes that may damage your RV. Okay, first thing first, do not pull this end. Okay, please do not pull this end. This will connect it directly to connected from the tensor. Will have a possibility to damage a connector. So how you do it, you actually basically pull this end, and all the tensor, all the tension force will directly go to the safety lock over here, okay? Maybe it has been blocked. Let me push forward a little bit. So all the tension, all the force will directly go to the safety anchor, not on the connector. So which means your connector is safe and your ROV will stay working for all time, okay? Again, when you go outside, you may be probably inside the water, you try too hard to pull out, and when you're surfacing try to recovering your RV, you may facing a little bit problem when you pull out, only pull it here. You can consider to use a hook over here to pull out, to hooking on this positioning, the handle, but do not pull this end, okay? It seems a little bit handy, but it only for the battery connector, okay? Not for the connection, not for polling, it only for connection, not for polling, okay? All right, that's the basic rules. And do not unlock, okay? Do not unlock your motor in air, because all the motors are designed for working underwater. It will generate the heat and damage in part if you over 3 seconds. Please do not unlock in air. All right. One more thing about the LED is the LED is also designed for working underwater. Do not open it, do not turn it on for over 3 seconds. Again, because the heat will generate in air and cannot be eliminated, cannot emit inside the air, but it will emit, or it will gradually go out rapidly compared to in air, because in water it will have the heat being released rapidly in air. So do not do not turn on the LED, and do not unlock the motor when you're in the air, okay? That's basic rules. And another feature over here, my personal recommendation, do not turn on too much do not directly see the LED because it's too bright, okay? Let me make a demonstration over here. When I rotating it, and when you're facing the camera, I tried the lowest brightness in the level 1. See, it's too bright. You cannot use it in the air. And make sure cover your eye and do not direct eye contact to these LEDs. It's too powerful, okay? One more tip, when you're putting your cell phone, try to using VR, okay? And pull out in this section, okay? Put your cell phone in, twisting, all right, okay, and push it all the way. And before doing that, make sure you are in the VR mode, okay? Turn on the VR mode and push it in, okay? And those two, okay, you can see those two are adjusting the distance between your eyes, and these can also adjusting the distance and to make sure you are focusing, okay? After using the VR, you try to pull out your remote control, pull out your cell phone, especially when you're on board, okay? Push over here, okay? Push over here, and simple, just a push, and it will release. If I make another demonstration, if you not push over here and try to pull out, your cell phone may be damaged in that way. So make sure every time when you pull out your remote controller, pull out or take out your cell phone and push, okay? Push and have it, okay? And put it back to original place. And when you're done, when you finish all the using, make sure you maintain regularly and have the connector, okay? Have the connector, that's the connector protector, have it back, okay? Make sure when you untwisting it, okay? Take out your connector from your pocket and have it back. do the same as all the connector. All right, thank you. Appreciate it, and see you until next time. This is Yong Chen, FIFISH Technical Support. Bye.